$42 million for social and behavioral change in Uganda. $10 million for Mozambique medical male circumcision. We're doing circumcisions in Mozambique to the tune of approximately $12 million.
President Trump highlighted several programs funded by taxpayer money under the Biden administration that he called wasteful. These include $520 million for a consultant on environmental, social, and governance investment in Africa, $525 million for biodiversity projects in Colombia, and $40 million for migrant inclusion efforts. He also criticized $42 million spent on social programs in Uganda and $10 million for male circumcision in Mozambique, $29 million for Bangladesh political landscape. Trump also mentioned cuts to programs like $100 million for condoms for Hamas, including funds for political processes in countries like Serbia and India, questioning the need for such foreign spending.
$520 million for a consultant to do ESG, that's environmental, social, and governance investments in Africa. $525 million. $25 million to promote biodiversity conservation and social responsibility behavior in Colombia. $40 million to improve the social and economic inclusion of sedentary migrants. Nobody even knows what the hell it means. $14 million for improving public procurement in Serbia. $486 million to the Consortium for Elections and Political Process Strengthening, including $22 million for inclusive and participatory political process in Moldova, and $21 million for voter turnout in India. Why are we caring about India turnout? We got enough problems. We want our own turnout, don't we? Can you imagine all that money going to India?
He then discussed the funding of Social Security fraud, where millions of people were reported to live well beyond a century, with some cases listing ages up to 361 years old. He vowed to investigate and clean up these fraudulent claims to ensure the system remains solvent. Trump emphasized that these actions were part of his ongoing effort to eliminate government waste, fraud, and abuse.
Social Security, as you know, generally speaking, people don't live to be over 100 years old. We all will, I think, 120, 130, hopefully. But listen to this on the program. There are 4.7 million Social Security members who go and live from 100 to 109. Well, I'll tell you, I know some people that are close to 100. I know one or two that got over that mark. But you don't have millions. 3.6 million people from age 110 to age 119. 3.47 million people from age 120 to 129. In other words, 120 to 129 years old. Millions of people, millions. 3.9 million people from age 130 to 139, which is pretty amazing because the longest living person ever on record, and they're not sure it was correct, was a woman from a very far away place, lived to 127 years old. She was a healthy specimen, but she lived to 127. 3.5 million people from age 140 to 149. So we have 140-year-old people plus millions of them. 1.3 million people live to over 150 years of age, 150 to 159 to be exact. Over 130,000 people over the age of 160 years old, including 1,039 people between the ages of 220 to 229. And we're going to be investigating this fraud. We had one person who was 361 years old. And what we're doing now is we're finding how many of these people were paid.